in the red with the blue trim. Goodhue will be headed from left to right on your screens in this first half. Fertile-Beltrami from right to left as we are underway here in downtown Minneapolis as the Falcons of Fertile-Beltrami win the tip. Quick double team there from Goodhue, but they get it inside. Jumper from the elbow is no good there from Caden Swenby, but the offensive rebound there for the Falcons. Quick quadruple team, but the floater gets up there from Caleb Stoltman. Couple of opportunities on the first possession for the Falcons, but none of them drop. Swenby leads the Falcons at 24 points a game for the senior, as now Goodhue's got it. They've got it in the hands of Luke Roshan, the sophomore, one of three Roshans on this team. Luke, Owen, and Michael all in the starting lineup for this Goodhue squad. Alex Luce also in the starting lineup, an 8th grader for this Goodhue team and their second leading scorer. Owen Roshan's got it. Little fadeaway jumper as the shot clock expires is no good. And coming out with a rebound are the Falcons as they put up 92 points in their section final up against the Indians of Red Lake. We're the number 1 seed in their section. Red Lake was number 2, and they put an absolute beat down on the boys from the Red Lake Reservation up in Thief River Falls. As they'll slow it down on this possession. Hansen out into the corner, baseline drive, and the floater is good from Derek Sorensen. Sorensen averages 11.5 a game on the year. As these Falcons, they were in the 50s in the first couple of games in their section, and then 77 in their semifinal, 92 in the section final as that one missed. Bit of a scrap for it on the ground and eventually comes out into the hands of Luke Roshan. Now back out. Luke on the drive, nothing doing there. Gets it back to Owen Roshan as Goodhue using up the time on these first 2 possessions. Down to 4 to shoot. Drive, nothing doing. Got to get something off. Shot clock violation. As Goodhue, 2 possessions, 1 shot, 1 near shot clock violation, 1 actual shot clock violation. As they went through a war in their section final, 47-44 against Blooming Prairie, who was the number 1 seed in that section, Section 1. But they had the offense rolling in the first 3 games of their section, 79, 75, and 86 in those first 3 games. Then were stymied a bit in that section final, but still got the win. Luke Roshan averages 21.4 a game. Luce, the 8th grader, at 15.5. Nobody else averages over 6.5. Gavin Schaefer, Michael Roshan, and then Jed Ryan comes off the bench. They all average between 5 and 6.5 a game for this Goodhue squad. As getting dispossessed there was Alex Luce, but he got fouled, so our first foul call of the game. As Caleb Stoltman picks up the foul. First foul of our contest here. Fertile-Beltrami, they brought the crowd up from the northwest corner of the state. If you go up on 94 west about 4 hours and then take a trip north on Highway 32, you'll smack right into it. As Goodhue again working the shot clock on this possession and then throwing it away. It's my least favorite type of basketball when you go deep into the shot clock and then throw a pass away. Just not pleasing to watch as Fertile-Beltrami come across midcourt. Stoltman gets it back there. Good motion here on this possession from Fertile-Beltrami. Pull-up jumper, well short there from Mason Nowatzki, who averages 11.5 on a game on the year. And then they're going to call a travel in the backcourt there on Luke Roshan. And Fertile-Beltrami will take over. The Falcons making their first state appearance since 2001. It's a bit of a long drought for them. Also made state appearances in 95 and 96. Were state runners-up in 96 as the lay-in no good there from Swenby. Might have gotten touched there by the Goodhue defender. Runners-up to Khalid El-Amin in Minneapolis North in 96 as the lay-in no good from Michael Roshan, and he'll head to the line. Roshan is sophomore, twins with Luke. and then the freshman Owen Roshan. So all three in the starting lineup for this Goodhue squad. As Caleb Stoltman picks up his second. As we'll have our first substitution of the game, Easton Petrie comes in for Fertile-Beltrami. Second free throw on the way from Michael. Got it. So we're knotted up at 2 here. Not quite the offensive explosion we may or may not have anticipated coming into this game. As a bit of 5-out action here from the Falcons, and banging in the three is Preston Hansen. Makes it 5-2 for the third-seeded Falcons. Lost in the subsection final last year to Foston. So obvious improvement there as opposed to last year's. They get it down low again. Goodhue. That lay-in, no good. Michael Roshan got his own rebound, got it over to Owen. Owen now back into the corner. Double team there on Gavin Schaefer. Tried to get to the hoop. No foul called, and then they're going to eventually call a push there on the Goodhue player. No, they're actually called jump ball. Arrows with Goodhue, so we'll keep it down here. Whole lot of red on the opposite side of the stands from me. So the Falcons have brought the fans. As corner three, no good there. Out the back iron from Luce. The 8th grader still yet to get on the board. It averages 15.5 a game. Very impressive for just being in 8th grade. Swenby on the drive, kicks out corner three. Missed it short off the top of the backboard. Thought they were going to call out of bounds there, but comes down to Goodhue anyway. Swenby, who averages 24 a game, yet to get off the mark here in this one. Steal, though, from Hansen. 2-on-2 the other way, weaves in, dishes, and then the block out of the hands of Petrie. And it's going Goodhue's way. JP Doherty, Scott Barrazin along with you. For the Neighborhood Sports Network, NSPN.TV, is Briar Strem looking to come in the game. Number 1 for Fertile-Beltrami as the Falcons force another steal, but getting after it in the backcourt is Luke Roshan. Roshan, a little floater pass there to Schaefer. Schaefer then gets it back from Owen Roshan. Schaefer trying to weave his way through on the drive. Double team back out to Owen. Owen with 8 to shoot. Goodhue very deliberate again. And then chucking one up from 3 with 5 on the shot clock from Luce. Again. Goodhue with my least favorite type of basketball. I'm sure it has worked for you and it's been working, but it's just not a fun style of basketball to watch. As the jump stop in the lane from Sorensen, baseline drive, and then got hacked over the top there. Did Hansen, and he'll head to the line.
Fouls on Goodhue's number 1, Luke Roshan.
So Luke Roshan picks up his first foul. Hansen at the line. He's already got 3 so far in the early going in this one. That one rims out. Winner of this one will face West Central area, the number 2 seed, who won their first game at the state tournament in program history, taking down Heritage in the game before us. Cherry and Nevis already booked their tickets to the 1A semis at noon. If you were tuned in with Ron earlier today here on the Neighborhood Sports Network, a couple of dominating wins for those 2 schools, as foul called there as Swenby will pick up his first. Goodhue from southeast corner of the state, south of Red Wing, northwest of Rochester, directly north of Zumbrota, if any of y'all know where that is. If you go southeast on Highway 52 and then take County Road 9, you'll smack right into Goodhue, as there's a block there from the shot from Luce. So Luce yet to find his touch in this one, but just as I say that, he drives in and scores for his first bucket for the precociously talented Alex Luce. It's a 6-4 ball game. Driving, pull-up jumper, Well off target there from Sorensen, but the offensive rebound from Hansen. And he's off to a lovely start in this one with 6. Averages 12 a game on the year, and he's already halfway there. 3 rebounds as well for Preston, the sophomore. Having an early coming out party here in downtown Minneapolis. Schaefer, nothing doing there, so he'll dish to Luce. Luce, as Fertile-Beltrami, that hard man-to-man, looking to create some pressure. That floater no good. Reverse layup from Michael Roshan, and then the third attempt at the hoop was no good, but headed to the line is Alex Luce for the Wildcats of Goodhue. Goodhue looking to do the double here in Class 1A. Their girls basketball team took down Mountain Iron Buell to win the 1A championship on the girls' side, as Luce knocks down the first free throw. Almost a platoon substitution here for Goodhue as 4 new men come in. Cody Updahl also in for Fertile-Beltrami, as Updahl is the 5th leading scorer on this team. The senior averages 8 a game. Luce made them both. It's an 8-6 game. Marcus Young into the game, number 5 for Goodhue. Sean Mathis, number 3, 45, Cody Ryan. And one other, 13, Jed Ryan, also in for Goodhue. So Coach Matt Halverson not afraid to go to his bench here early, and they force a turnover. Running it the other way is Mathis. Gets it to the open man. He'll fire for 3, and Luke Roshan knocks it down. And Goodhue has their first lead of the afternoon at 9-8. Strem then dishes to Swenby. Back to Updahl. Just came into the game, and now Strem on the drive. Tries to weave through 3 Wildcats and got knocked to the hardwood. They'll call the foul on Jed Ryan. Into the game, back in is Nowatzki coming in for Sorensen. As they float the inbounds pass over the top, Swenby's got it. No points yet for the leading scorer for Fertile-Beltrami, and he can't get that one to go. As we go under 10 minutes here in this first half, low-scoring game. 9-8 Goodhue. Neither of these teams really able to generate some offense as of yet. As they go down low here, Goodhue, little fadeaway jumper in the lane, no good from Mathis, but they get the offensive board. But now a good steal away from Petrie, and now a tie up. They'll call jump ball arrow with the Falcons of Fertile-Beltrami. No, they will call the foul. My apologies. As John Matthews will pick up the foul.
His first, team's third.
Team's third for Goodhue. As Hansen leads all scorers with 6 so far in the early going of this one. Updahl's got it. Now back to Petrie. Both defenses have been tight so far in this one. As this jumper from the elbow long from Nowatzki, and down with the rebound is Luke Roshan. Tried to steal that one, but ended up deflecting it out of bounds, Swenby. So it'll stay with Goodhue. 9:05 to go in this first half as we approach the halfway point.
On the court for the Falcons is number 2, Derek Sorensen.
Sorensen comes back in as he'll replace Swenby. Swenby will take a quick rest, no doubt, I'm sure. Averages 24 a game, yet to score so far in this one. Cody Ryan out into the corner. Roshan on the drive. Luke misses the lay-in. And now Fertile-Beltrami looking to run it the other way. Strem couldn't find Sorensen. And the turnover force. Good defense there from Mathis. Deflected off Sorensen's hand, and Goodhue will force the turnover. These Wildcats, a bit of a Cinderella story this year. Lost in the section final last year. Big upset to Spring Grove. As laying it in is Luke Roshan to give them a 3-point lead. We're 26-4 last year. Couldn't get to the state tournament. 18-13 this year, and they're here as that 3 rims out from Nowatzki. Lost basically everybody from that tournament team last year. And have made it, or from that team that didn't make the state tournament. And as we have a timeout, we'll take a quick break here on the Neighborhood Sports Network, NSPN.TV. And we'll make sure, again, to turn our attention to the McDonald's Archways to Opportunities Student of the Week. Congrats to Olivia Olson, a senior from Princeton who has already taken classes at the U, where she will attend full-time next year. Olivia is a member of National Honor Society, a cheerleader, and a section leader in the Symphonic Winds, the top band at Princeton High. In college, she'll major in biology and neuroscience. A bright future indeed for Olivia, who works at the McDonald's in Princeton. For job opportunities, visit jobs.mchire.com. So we're coming out of the timeout here. We'll keep her right here. As Fertile-Beltrami down by 3 to the upstarts from Goodhue. No doubt having seen what their girls team did. Of course, Goodhue were the number 1 seed in that tournament. As firing from 3, there was a foul called as, that rattled in. They're from Nowatzki, but they're going to call the foul on the floor. Shot doesn't count. So that's just unfortunate there for Nowatzki. They're going to ping. Haven't announced it yet. It will be number 3, Mathies. So Mathies, he picks up his second personal. Only been out there for probably 3-4 minutes of the game. As Gavin Schaefer comes back into the game here for the Wildcats. Inbounding is Swenby. He'll find his intended target, Nowatzki. Back out top of the key, jumper for 3. That one falls for Derek Sorensen. As Sorensen now up to 5, we're knotted up at 11. They announced Strem, but I'm 99% sure I saw number 2 Sorensen, as that they actually credited to him on the board. So I think my eyes didn't deceive me there. As trying to barge his way into the lane is Luke Roshan, and you're not going to get away with that one, buddy. Most obvious charge I've seen in a long time.
That is his second, team's 5th.
Already the 5th team foul on Goodhue. Here with 7:27 to go in this first half. Stoltman, who's back in the game. Nowatzki, and now Swenby. They're call a foul down low. Gonna be honest with you, I didn't see it. But Jed Ryan will pick up the foul. His second.
Now in the game for Goodhue, number 31, Owen Russian.
But it is those bench players picking up the fouls here for Goodhue. Jed Ryan's now got 2. Mathies has 2 as well. As quick jumper out the inbounds pass, no good there from Swenby. Still yet to open his account. Only the 2 scorers for Fertile-Beltrami in this one. Hansen 6, Sorensen 5. As now it's in the hands of Owen Rosh and gets it back out. Luke from the top of the key bangs in the triple. Luke Russian now with 8 points. Wildcats back in the lead at 14-11. And it's looking much like Goodhue's section final against Blooming Prairie that ended up in the 40s for both teams. But a quick response there for Hansen. He's now got 8. Still just the 2 scores for the Falcons. Good cut there from Roshan, and he'll lay it in. Now we're starting to play some basketball here. More up-tempo possession, 16-13 now. And unlike the section final for Fertile-Beltrami when they put up 92 against Red Lake, as that one's banged in there by Hansen. Hansen becomes the first player in double digits here in this one. He's got 11 of Fertile-Beltrami's 16. Of course, Red Lake, they do love to push the tempo. They have since '97 when they played in that classic against Wabasso. Go look that up on YouTube. Red Lake and Wabasso in the '97 state tournament. It ended like 120 to 110 in favor of Red Lake. Absolute classic game. As driving in, they'll call the walk there on Caden Swenby. And Goodhue will take back possession. Of course, a big day in the world of basketball, not just here at the Target Center with the 1A quarters. We have the 3A semifinals going on right next to us over at Williams Arena. Totino Grace and Mankato East will play in the finals of that one on Saturday. Then we'll have the 4A semis later tonight with Wyzetta taking on Cretin and Minnetonka taking on Egan as Michael Roshan gets pushed in the back there. Foul goes to Hansen, his second. So a second foul there on Hansen with 5:25 to go in the half, and he's been their only real spark of offense, barring the 5 from Sorensen as they get it in the corner here. Loose. Oh, that was 100% of travel. They didn't call it. Loose turnaround jumper doesn't fall. So I guess Karma wins out in the end. Still a tie game. 5:11 to go. And push there on Sorensen. He was trying to save it on the baseline. That'll be the 7th Goodhue team foul, so Sorensen will head to the line shooting 1-1. In addition to all the high school action, of course, first day of March Madness today. None of my brackets are perfect anymore after about 6 or 7 games. But I must say I did call Duquesne winning their game over BYU in my main bracket, so at least I got one of the upsets. Also called Oregon over South Carolina as that one drops from Sorensen. As the action gets underway all across the country for March Madness, one of the best tournaments of the year. Sorensen rims out on the second one. Still just the 2. Falcon scores as they lead it by 1 with 5 to go in the first half. Schaefer is back in the game. He'll dish. Deep 3. Oh, the bank's open. From Alex Luce. Do I recommend that? No. Did it work out eventually in the end? Sure. As Luce will pick up the foul down the other end, his first. Another 1-1 opportunity coming up. For Swenby, finally a chance for him to get on the board here at the line. Misses the front end. Offensive rebound, though, from Stoltman. Gets it back out here to Sorensen. Swenby. Stoltman off the screen, won't fire. However, Konowatsky will fire. And he'll knock it down to give Fertile-Beltrami the lead back. Just the 3rd Falcon score as Nowatzki opens his account. Down low to the cutting Roshan. Back out. Owen Roshan on the drive. Tough lay-in, and he gets it to go. Owen Roshan, and now all 3 Roshan brothers have scored. Wildcats back in the lead as Swenby dishes there to Sorensen. Sorensen into the corner. Updahl is back in the game. He won't take that shot. As they go to the cutting man, it is Updahl. Can't get that one to go. Good look, though, for Fertile-Beltrami. But it's Goodhue back in possession. Luke Roshan, step back jumper from just beyond the free throw line. And Luke Roshan, he's wet so far in this first half. 12, leading all scorers, and it's a 3-point lead for the Wildcats. Roshan averages 21.4 a game. It's him and Luce who are the big 2 for this Goodhue squad. 21 for Roshan, 15 for Luce. Nobody else averages above 6.5. Baseline drive. Got it away. Corner 3. Bang! It's Sorensen again. He's now got 9 in this first half, and we're even again. This has turned into a good basketball game all of a sudden. Roshan, little pick and roll action. Couldn't handle the pass, though. And Fertile-Beltrami going the other way as Michael Roshan dropped that one. Now Fertile-Beltrami off the screen. Sorensen won't take it. Gets it back in the corner. Back out. Was wide open. Was Updahl again. Won't take that three-pointer. Good D from Goodhue on this possession in the 3-2 zone at the moment. Now they go back to man, and there will be the foul. They're called on the baseline, so back to the line go Fertile-Beltrami. As Owen Russian picks up the foul. First foul on the freshman. Luke and Michael, the two sophomores for Goodhue. And then Owens, the freshman. Easton Petrie comes back in for Caleb Stoltman for the Falcons. Nowatzki misses the front end of the 1-on-1. Fertile-Beltrami, kind of a young team, but their varsity roster is 4 seniors, 4 juniors, and 7 sophomores. So no freshmen, no 8th graders like you see on Goodhue, as that one's deflected into the Fertile-Beltrami bench. It'll stay with the Wildcats, still even at 23. Goodhue, on the other hand, they're a mixed bag. Just 2 seniors, 3 juniors, 5 sophomores, 5 freshmen, and 2 8th graders on this varsity roster. So they might be a year, 2 years, maybe even 3 years ahead of schedule, making it to a state tournament here. There's a foul called on the Falcons, as Nowacki picks up his first foul. Again, the year they would have expected to make it to state would have been last year when they went 26-4. No over and back. Wow. Lewis just kind of accepted his fate there because he definitely touched it, but the dish down low. The lay-in for Michael Roshan and the foul. So what should have been a turnover there on the over and back, because Lewis definitely touched that. I'm up in the club level and can see that one. The refs didn't. And Michael Roshan will head to the line. Trying to get 3 the old-fashioned way and gets it to rattle home. So that's 5 for Michael, and it's a 3-point lead. Of course, another trio in this Class 1A tournament, a trio of brothers. We'll have the Awesomas of Cherry. Of course, Isaac, Noah, and Isaiah led them to victory in our first game of the day. Pull-up jumper from the elbow. Bang! Nowatzki knocks down another one. Quick 5 for Mason. They announced Sorensen. It was 100% Nowatzki. Again, I don't think my eyes are failing me. Dish down low, steal away, tie up on the ground, and a travel called there on Easton Petrie as he couldn't get it away in time. Down to a minute 27 to go in this first half. Couldn't find any season averages on the year in terms of these teams scoring, but seems like this game being played a bit more the Goodhue tempo at the moment. So on the drive, they'll call the foul there on Alex Luce, and he'll pick up his second. He's on the floor. Reminder, Fertile-Beltrami, their leading scorer, Swenby, still yet to score. He averages 24 a game. So that's a big key in this game. Swenby can finally get off the schneid and does so with that free throw to tie us back up at 26. And it is the 10th team foul on Goodhue, so Swenby would have been shooting a second free throw regardless. His second is up and short. Michael Roshan comes down with a rebound. We're knotted up here as we get down to the final minute of this first half. Anyone's game in this one is off the double screen set. Little floater is good from Owen Roshan. And Goodhue have the lead back, pass down low, then the block from behind. Another opportunity, and that one's laid in. As Cody Updahl opens his account off the bench, and we're back to even. Cross-court pass into the corner. Michael Roshan back out here to Schaefer. Schaefer to Owen Roshan. 15-second disparity between shot and game clock as Michael will drive, gets the up and under layup, can't get her to go. tied up on the rebound. And arrow is with Fertile-Beltrami, but they're actually going to call a foul there, I think, on Michael Roshan.
Goodhue's number 23, Michael Rush.
It is indeed on Michael, his second. So shooting 2 is Swenby. Still yet to knock down a field goal is the senior Swenby, but gets his second free throw of the ball game, and the Falcons have the lead back by 1. Shot clock is dead, so Goodhue can hold it for one shot here at the end of this first half as Los comes back into the game. Second free throw on the way from Swenby is good. So a chance for Goodhue to tie or perhaps take the lead at halftime with a three-pointer as they'll hold it for 1. In the hands of Owen Rush. Make that loose. No, it actually is Owen Rush. And then a foul called there down low on Fertile-Beltrami with 9 to go. That is something you don't necessarily want to do. As Swenby picks up his second personal. But Goodhue will shoot the 1-and-1. So it's not the most terrible foul in the world because you are in a single bonus. Could give you the ball back if he misses the front end and a chance to make this a 2-possession game. Yeah, I just had to think about that one for a little bit, but he does miss the front end. Actually a perfect foul from Fertile-Beltrami because they get a chance here. Down to 5 seconds, dish down low, lay in no good. Got to chuck it up from three-quarter court. It's going to goes. Oh, it looked kind of close. Good effort though, Luke Roshan. But a great first half of basketball. A hard-fought first half of basketball. Plenty of lead changes, but it's Fertile-Beltrami with the 2-point lead at the break. They lead Goodhue 30-28 here on the Neighborhood Sports Network, NSPN.TV. And for my camera operator and producer, Scott Barrazin, this is JP Doherty for the Neighborhood Sports Network. We'll be back with second half action right after this.
Hi, I'm Karan, and I work at a McDonald's in Minnesota. When I'm working in the drive-thru, I meet and talk to a lot of people, and I feel like that's a great experience for life. What I would tell students who are interested in working at McDonald's is that the hours are very flexible and they work around your school schedule. I love playing basketball for my high school, and something that basketball and working at McDonald's has in common is it's a team effort. For example, during rush hour, we all have to work together to serve the customer. Here you go. Have a good day.
For job information, text APPLY to 38000 or visit jobs.mchire.com.
Star Tribune covers high school sports as passionately as you live them. Don't miss a beat on the games you love. Check out Star Tribune all day, every day for the latest prep news, scores, and so much more.
Local sports coverage can be found on NSPN.TV all year long. From the first crack at the bat in August to the final putt in June.
And that is good for the individual championship.
We are there. Subscribe to the Neighborhood Sports Network to watch events both live and on demand, including state tournament coverage in every sport. Email jobs@nspn.tv if you'd like to join our team of broadcasters and camera operators. Welcome to the neighborhood.
Hey, boss. Okay.
I said I'm fine.
See you in the morning with the frosted Superman, but it wasn't on it, and we lost it.
You can talk to me.
It's been really hard for me.
Bank shot hits the side of the backboard and a long baseball pass out to Brown. Kick it out, three-pointer from the corner is good for Isaiah Osama. Workman, little turnaround jumper in the lane. So 6 in a row now. Comes up with it off the hands of Brown off the three-point miss from Isaiah Osama. Skip pass, Isaac Osama's three-pointer, smooth team there by Brown and Noah Osama. A lot of passes. Tipped away by Asima. Brown lead it up for the running Isaiah Asima. Third. Skip pass. Blake Christensen tries a three, and that one's good. RTR scored the first points of the game, and from that point, it's been all cherry and put an exclamation point. Trying to add another championship to his resume. Benson, three-pointer, that is good. Olsen will trigger it at the top. Hesitation move, gets into the lane, kick it out. Wassman, one dribble and a three. That's good. Almost stepped on the baseline.
Their leading scorer averaging 24 a game with only 3. And then the sophomore Hansen as Fertile-Beltrami there in the red uniforms. They'll be headed from left to right on your screens in this second half as we get back underway. Goodhue still in the road whites. They'll be headed from right to left as Fertile-Beltrami, they'll be happy with where they stand as the dish down low from Swenby. Second attempt at it, no good there from Hansen. As their leading scorer, Swenby, with just 3 points, and they're still up. Goodhue, I think they'll also be happy in that they had a nightmare start to the first half offensively, yet we're still in the game. And then Roshan, he's been so effective so far today. Luke Roshan, the sophomore, now has 14, and we're even at 30. Just underway in this second half. And our final game of the day from the Target Center. Final game in this tournament from the Target Center as the rest will all be at Williams or Concordia St. Paul as Luke Roshan on the steal. Double team there, gets it back out to Luce. Nothing doing there, and Schaefer will hold it up. Goodhue, they used that shot clock a lot earlier in the half, couldn't get much done. When they started to get more into a rhythm, getting off earlier shots, it seemed to work out better for them. That one was poked out. Stays with Goodhue, down to 16 to shoot. Dish in, Michael Roshan then got tied up. Jump ball, it'll stay with Goodhue. Good tenacious defensive work there from Hansen. But it again will stay with the Wildcats of Goodhue. Southeast Minnesota against Northwest Minnesota. Knotted up. The shot clock down to 7. Schaefer's got it. Down to 5, driving. Tough shot, won't fall, but Gavin Schaefer will head to the line, the senior. One of just 2 seniors on this Goodhue team, along with Jed Ryan, who we saw a bit in the first half. No doubt we'll see again in the second half.
His third team's first.
As Stoltman picks up his third, as Schaefer knocks down the first free throw to give Goodhue the lead back. As Easton Petrie comes back in there for Stoltman, who has the 3 fouls. Schaefer rattled that one home, and it's back to a 2-point Goodhue lead. Swenby on the drive, good dish, lay in, no good. Swenby did all the right things there, but Petrie couldn't get the lay-in to go. Now it's Luke Roshan holding it up. Dish is there to Schaefer. Fertile-Beltrami and straight man on this possession. Deep 3. Oh, that rattled out there from Roshan. And the rebound came down to Hansen. Up across midcourt. Sorensen to Hansen. Now back to Swenby. Swenby pulls up from beyond the free throw line. No good, but guess who's there on the rebound? Hansen. And then Hansen got hacked there by Schaefer. So Preston Hansen, the 6'5 sophomore, leading the way for Fertile-Beltrami with 11. Will head back to the line. Averages 12 a game on the year, so he can even that up with this free throw. It's Swenby who averages, far and away the lead for this Fertile-Beltrami team at 24 a game. Then they have Hansen, Sorensen, and Nowatzki at 12, 11, and 11. First free throw is good there from Hansen. As I think, that this pace of game is more towards Goodhue's style, considering that Fertile-Beltrami scored 92 in their section final win. Goodhue scored 47. But again, they were in the 70s and in the 80s against Fillmore Central in their section semi, so it's not like Goodhue can't play up-tempo. Fertile-Beltrami, they were in the 50s in their first 2 section games, so couldn't really find a read on either of these teams as that layup missed there from Goodhue, and now down the other end. Oh, that was almost a gorgeous little passing play, but Michael Roshan stopped that one in its tracks, and a chance to give Goodhue the lead back, but the swat there from Hansen. He said, "Get that out of my face," as Gavin Schaefer was absolutely stuffed. It'll stay with Goodhue, though, as Schaefer inbounds here to Luce, the 8th grader. As the deep 3 from Schaefer, that barely hit the front rim. Again, the Wildcats going for these jack-up shots late in the shot clock. You never want to see that, as the deep 3, money. Hansen again. And the sophomore is having a day out here in downtown Minneapolis. He said, "I didn't drive 4.5 hours for nothing. I want to show out here." Does this kick out? Corner 3 for the tie. Michael Roshan, no good. Up with a rebound. Swenby running it the other way, weaving into the lane. Lefty layup is good. Swenby gets his first bucket of the half. It's out to a 5-point lead and the foul. As Luke Russian picks up the foul, his 3rd. So that could be an important factor in the remainder of this game, as Russian, the leading scorer both on the year and in this game for Goodhue, has 3 with 14:29 to go in this basketball game. 6-point lead for the Falcons. With 14 and a change to go here at the Target Center. Great cut, Russian couldn't get the layup to go. He's had a few of those fantastic little backdoor cuts so far in this game. Couldn't get that one to go, however. As the high screen set here for Swenby. Then finds Hansen, faked the 3. Hansen then lost the handle. Scrap for it on the ground, and coming away with it is Owen Russian, and then Owen was fouled as he crossed midcourt there by Easton Petrie. Just the second Fertile-Beltrami team foul of the half. Petrie picks up his first. Still yet to get on the board. Only bench scoring from Fertile-Beltrami is Updell, as Briar Strem comes back to the game, the sophomore, as Nowatzki comes out of the game. Cross midcourt is Luce. Into the corner for Luke Roshan. Open. Schaefer won't shoot that after he airballed the last attempt. On the drive, Luce, tough lay-in, and he got it to go. Make that Owen Roshan, 31, not 33. As Owen, the freshman, the youngest of the 3 Roshans on this Goodhue roster. Swenby in traffic. That's just a poor shot selection, but he got bailed out after the air ball because Petrie was fouled. As both these teams fighting for a semifinal berth. Schaefer picks up the foul, his second. West Central area. Fresh off a win over Heritage Christian in our earlier contest, 65-54. They await at Williams Arena tomorrow at 2. Turnover here for the Falcons, and then that's a kick there from Owen Roshan, but it's going Fertile-Beltrami's way anyway. Almost a little karate kick, getting the foot in the way of the ball. Shot clock should reset off the kick ball. Refs just consulting. Yeah, and it will go out to a full 34 seconds. As it goes out, floater over the top, Swenby. Swenby fighting his way down in the lane. Thought he walked there, no call. Missed the layup, and Luce comes down with a rebound. Here at a very decently populated target center here, especially for a 1A game. Luke Roshan got swatted. Back out up top. Bang! Owen Roshan starting to heat up as the freshman makes it a 1-point game. 38-37. Sorensen's got it in his hands. Had 9 in the first half, none so far in the second. Now back out up top. Petrie won't take that shot. Now the shot comes. Rims out, but on the offensive rebound, Strem, he'll call timeout because he was in a straight jacket there, triple team. As Fertile-Beltrami will take a timeout, up by 1 with 12:34 to go in regulation. We'll take a quick 15-second break here on the Neighborhood Sports Network, and we'll be back right after this.
Star Tribune covers high school sports as passionately as you live them. Don't miss a beat on the game.
Short. This one's been pretty even the entire way. No double-digit leads for either squad. And a 1-point basketball game as we hit the final 12:34 of our day here in downtown Minneapolis, barring any overtime. As they get it down low, right out the inbounds pass. You gotta be watching for that. Right off the timeout, right off the inbounds play. Goodhue fell asleep, and Hansen has 18. Down low, Michael Russian got it stolen away. No, got it back. Out to Luce. Luce now in trouble. Got it back out top of the key. A little hesitation from Schaefer there. And now it's Luce again. Luce just fires and knocks it down. Saw nothing going as he tried to drive in. Said, might as well just fire it. And he knocks that one down into double digits, the 8th grader. We're tied at 40. Down low, good cut there. Saved it on the baseline. Back out up top. Missed it short, did Petrie. So I guess he will take that 3-point shot. And then a foul called on Goodhue down low as Hansen was pushed there by Owen Russian. 4th-team foul, second for Owen Russian. Jed Ryan comes back into the game, one of the 2 seniors for this Goodhue squad, and Sean Matthews also back into the game. Picked up 2 quick fouls in his one earlier stint in the first half as they go down low. Hansen missed the layup short. Coming out with a rebound is Luke Russian. Luke, I think, has played the whole game as he tried the little style one-handed pass, but Swenby said, I'll take some of that. Thank you very much. Now Caden Swenby holds it up. Just 6 points so far in this one. Weaves his way in. Good dish. Petrie for the lead. Got it to go.
That's 2 for Fertile-Beltrami's
Easton Petrie gives the Falcons the lead back, and it's a great dish there from Caden Swenby. Hasn't contributed much in terms of the scoring, but that's his 4th assist to go with 6 rebounds. Foul called down the other end. They'll call that one on the floor. See who they give that one to. It is Sorensen. His first, and he'll get taken right out of the ballgame. Be replaced there by Strem, who's back in. They inbound it here to Michael Russian. Michael with the handoff there to Matthews. Now back out, loose. Michael up top, Luke. Luke Russian, step back, mid-range jumper, won't fall, and no foul called there as Swenby went over the top to get that rebound. But the Falcons up by 2. Swenby across midcourt, tries to weave in on his defender on his left-hand side, knocked his man over. And they were looking for a defensive or an offensive foul were the Goodhue fans, but they will charge it there to Alex Luce. And that is Luce's 4th. So Luce in foul trouble, the 8th grader. He'll stay out on the floor at the moment with his 4 fouls with 10:33 to go in this basketball game. On the drive, floater, Swenby, no good, but they're going to get a little ticky-tack foul on Fertile-Beltrami down low. I think Petrie was trying to box out and got a little too aggressive. So still a hard-fought basketball game. It is Petrie who picks up his second. Neither team able to get away from one another as the high screen set working to his right. And now extra pass, firing for three in the lead, loose long. Oh, up the deflection. I think the Fertile-Beltrami guy might have tipped it into his own basket. We'll see who they credit with that one. It'll be Jed Ryan, first bench points for Goodhue. Ryan, actually the fifth leading scorer on this Goodhue squad, gets his first bucket of the game. We're back tied at 42. Deep three, Swenby. There was contact there. He was trying to draw a foul, none called. Swenby's got it back. Again, trying to draw that contact up against loose. Refs having none of it. Swenby on the drive. Floater, tough shot, gets it to drop. Any shot that goes is a good shot. But I'm sure Neil Steff has had his heart in his mouth. Veteran coach in his 31st season. Was there during the glory days of Fertile-Beltrami basketball. 95, 96, and 01 state appearances. As that three rims out. First state appearance in 23 years for the Falcons. And they're looking to make it a victory. Goodhue, their last state appearance in 2017, were runners-up in 2016. So both these schools have been runners-up in the Class 1A tournament. Just 20 years apart from each other. Step-back jumper. Swenby starting to find his range. Gets into double figures, and it's a 4-point Falcon lead. And Fertile-Beltrami are only runners-up to one of the greatest Minnesota high school players ever, Khalid El-Amin in Minneapolis North in 96. So they must have had a squad in those 2 years as the fouls called there on the Falcons inside. And it'll be Goodhue basketball as Petrie will pick up his third, come out of the basketball game. 3 subs coming in as Petrie, Updahl, and Strem come out. Back in are Sorensen, Nowatzki, and Hansen. So the big guns back in here for Coach Steffes. Matt Halverson in his 12th season, actually the least experienced coach of the 4 that Scott and I have had today. Which is kind of astounding, honestly. A lot of veteran know-how here on the floor at the Target Center. Pull-up, three-pointer for the lead. For the 1-point game. No good from Luke Russian. On Fertile-Beltrami with a chance here to get it back out to 6 or perhaps even more. Handoff there from Hansen to the driving Nowatzki. Back out Hansen. And now it's Swenby again. Tried to dish down low to Hansen. And he couldn't handle that pass. Turned over there by the Falcons of Fertile-Beltrami. Goodhue, the Cinderella story from Section 1. 6th seed in their own section, 18-13 on the year. Lost everybody from a team last year that went 26-4 and were upset in the section championship game. But they're here now. Corner 3. Michael Russian knocks it down. And it's a 1-point game. Neither of these teams wanting to give in as we're down to 7:54 to go. Still anyone's game for the taking here on the Neighborhood Sports Network, NSPN.TV. We'll take a quick break and be back right after this.
Hi, I'm Lincoln, and I work at McDonald's in southern Minnesota. Something I enjoy about working at McDonald's is the friendships you get to make. It makes the shifts a lot more fun. I think something important that I've learned here is that you have to be responsible, right? People are counting on you. You have to know when you have to be on time, know when your schedules are, and just be prepared for them. It's a fast-paced environment, flexible hours you get here, and you get to make a lot of friends working here too.
For job information, text APPLY to 38000 or visit jobs.mchire.com.
We're coming down to no doubt a tense finish here in this one at the Target Center. Again, thank you for joining us here on the Neighborhood Sports Network, NSPN.TV. In this final Class 1A quarterfinal. West Central area awaits at Williams Arena tomorrow at 2 p.m. Still as unsure as we were about an hour and 15 minutes ago when we started this game. Stoltman's back in the game. No points, 3 fouls for starter Stoltman. As Fertile-Beltrami again sink into that motion offense. The dish from Swenby. Extra pass from the baseline. Hesitation. Stoltman on the drive. Dishes down low. Lay in. No basket and a travel called there on Hansen. Turnover there, and Goodhue will have the ball back with a chance to take the lead once more. I'll have to admit it must have been the slightest little movement of his pivot foot there for Hansen. Ref's about 200 feet closer to it than I am, so I'm sure he made the right call. Schaefer back in the game, and now he'll dish corner drive. Oh, the swat from behind from Hansen. What a game this sophomore's had. 18 points to lead all scorers. And then Hansen, offensive foul. I cursed him. It's the old commentator curse. As Goodhue will draw the charge, it's Hansen's third foul, team sixth. So Goodhue will be shooting 1-and-1s as of the next Fertile-Beltrami foul. Luke Rushett gets the high screen set, nothing doing there, then finds Schaefer. Back out Luke. Schaefer again. Looking for the backdoor cut there with Luce, but nothing doing. As Fertile-Beltrami in man on this possession. They ran a bit of man, bit of zone in this game. As again, Goodhue take it deep in the shot clock, down to 4. Back out, Schaefer for the lead, well short. As that's the second three this half that he's barely touched the front rim with. The dish, nicely saved there by Nowatzki. Gets it back on the give and go. Baseline drive, and they're going to call a push as Hansen tried to drive down low. And that'll be the 6th Goodhue team foul. As Luke Rushing picks up his 4th. And Luce, they've corrected. He only has 3 fouls, as they initially said he had 4. As that three-pointer missed, rolled around off the top of the backboard. Of course, it wouldn't have counted had it rolled off the backboard and gone in. I have seen that happen before, actually, where it went up on the top of the backboard and then rolled around there and dropped and went in. But alas, not that time. Wouldn't have counted anyway, of course. As we go under 6 minutes in downtown Minneapolis. Loose. Owen Rush. Turnaround jumper from Luke. No good. As Luke trying to get that shot in rhythm off the dribble. Scott and I were talking about Glenn Rice earlier on in the day. That's the Glenn Rice special there. Pull-up jumper off the screen set. As driving in, little lay-in. Good work there from Caden Swenby to get to the hole. 12 for Swenby, well below his season average of 24, but as of right now, it'll be enough. Has done plenty on the other side of the ball as well. That's a tough shot there from Michael Rushing on the up and under layup. And now Fertile-Beltrami will hold it up a bit with Swenby, trying to make this a 2-possession game as we head down to the final 5. Bit of an ISO play here for Swenby. High screen, he'll work to his right, pull-up jumper, bang! What a set there from Fertile-Beltrami. Get everyone out, set that one screen for Swenby, and have your star player knock it down. 11 in the second half for Swenby. Corner 3 as Goodhue might be starting to fold here. Loose missed that one. And the lead is 5 for the Falcons with 4.5 to go. Another high screen set. Swenby can't get as much done with that one, though. Into the corner. Nowatzki working to his left. Turns around. Oh, they tried to give and go there with Hansen, but that was never getting through to Nowatzki, and it was batted out by Owen Rushing. Still 15 on the shot clock. Fertile-Beltrami hasn't even been close to committing a shot clock violation all night. As Swenby on the drive, up and under. And he'll draw the foul. Goodhue were looking for a walk there, but none was coming. As Caden Swenby earns a trip to the line, as Luce will pick up his fourth now. So 4 fouls for the 2 Goodhue leading scorers, Luke Russian and Luce. So trouble for Coach Matt Halverson and his squad as Swenby knocks down the first free throw. If he can knock this next one down, it'll be a 3-possession lead for Fertile-Beltrami. Jed Ryan, one of the 2 seniors on this Goodhue team, comes back in replacing Owen Russian, the freshman. Maybe some senior leadership needed at this point in time as Swenby, speaking of seniors, the Fertile-Beltrami superstar, knocks down another. But a good backdoor cut, Russian. Easy lay-in. Luke's got 16 to lead the Goodhue Wildcats, and they're still in contention here. Under 4 to go at Target Center. Swenby putting the ball in their superstars' hands. That one too strong. And then Hansen got hacked. Goodhue fans in front of me disagreeing with the call. But Hansen will head to the line. Preston Hansen has had one incredible game. Schaefer picks up his third. 18 so far for the sophomore Hansen. Couple of blocks, 10 rebounds as well. So a double-double, but that one, just rims out. So it will stay a 2-possession game regardless of what happens on this next free throw. Second free throw on the way as that one falls for Hansen. He's now got 19. J.P. Doherty, Scott Barazin along with you. We're glad to be with you here from the Target Center. Thank you for everybody for tuning in all day to these 1A quarterfinals, whether it was with me or with Ron earlier today, as Michael Russian earns another trip to the free throw line. Michael with 8 points so far in this one. As Caleb Stoltman, number 0, picks up his 4th, still yet to score. The only starter in this game that has not scored. But missing that first free throw. Michael Russian, as you get further along in games, as you get further along in seasons, we're at the state tournament quarterfinals at the moment, late in the game. The importance of free throws cannot be understated. Cannot be overstated. Yeah, I think I got that expression right. They're very important, bottom line. 53-48 as Russian went 1 for 2. High screen set, pick and roll action, tried to get it to Hansen, was unable to save it. And that was just sloppy there from Fertile-Beltrami. I know what they were trying to go for, but just didn't work out. Only 2 scorers, interestingly enough, for these Falcons in the second half, Swenby and Hansen. Swenby has 13, Hansen with 8. That is the 21 points. That is the sum total of Fertile-Beltrami in this second half. Deep 3, Luke Russian off the back iron, but look who's up there. It's Luce, but he can't get the layup to go. And down with the rebound is Swenby, as Luce just got a little too excited there. Tried to get a shot off too quickly. Swenby, midair dish. Stoltman back out. Hansen now directing traffic to the cutting man, Sorensen. Now back out. Ball motion here from Fertile-Beltrami. 10 to shoot. Swenby trying to work his way inside. Swenby up and under. Gets a trip to the free throw line. As Caden Swenby, through pure heart and determination, is trying to will his team to a state semifinal. Double-double for Swenby with 16 and 10. Also 4 assists. So 2 Fertile-Beltrami players, Swenby and Hansen, with double-doubles on the afternoon, but Swenby misses that first free throw. Had a chance to get it out to a 3-possession game once more, but it will stay at 2, regardless of whether he makes this one or not. Swenby's second got the roll. Timeout called. 2:32 to go. Still in the balance here, but Fertile-Beltrami out to a 6-point lead. We'll take one final break in regulation here on the Neighborhood Sports Network, NSPN.TV. We'll be back right after this.
Star Tribune covers high school sports as passionately as you live them. Don't miss a beat on the games you love. Check out Star Tribune all day, every day for the latest prep news, scores, and so much more.
For more information on becoming an official, go to
Fertile-Beltrami with a 6-point lead, 2:32 to go. Goodhue trying to make the comeback, but most importantly, their two leading scorers both on the year and on the day, Luke Russian and Alex Luce, both have 4 personal fouls. So Coach Matt Halverson is going to have to use them wisely here in the last 2:32 of this basketball game. They're going to try and make the comeback here. The game's been pretty even all the way through. Nobody's had a double-digit lead. Again, J.P. Doherty, Scott Barrazin along with you for the Neighborhood Sports Network, NSPN.TV. We thank you for joining us. Whether you're from the southeast corner of the state by Goodhue or the northwest corner by Fertile-Beltrami, or even somewhere in the middle. As that one layup, no good. Goodhue try to press, but they get it out to Hansen. Hansen across midcourt. What a day the sophomores had. Now the Falcons just trying to hold it up here, run some clock as we go to 2 minutes left in this basketball game. Nowatzki at the top of the key. Hansen. Now the three. Oh, that one rattled around, wouldn't go. And Goodhue come down with a rebound. Minute 49 to go. Wildcats need a bucket here. Schaefer. Jed Ryan. In. Loose for 3. Yes, sir. And the 8th grader with a massive three-pointer keeps Goodhue around in this one. That one needed to go for Luce, who has 4 fouls and bangs in the triple to make this a 3-point game with a minute 39 to go. As the 8th grader, who averages 15.5 a game on the year, has 13 tonight. It's Hansen who leads all scorers, leading Fertile-Beltrami with 19. Swenby has 17. 14 of which have come in this second half. He's almost up to his average of 24 a game on the year. I thought that would have been impossible for him to get after his 3-point first half. Luke Russian has 16. Luce, as I said, with 13. Michael Russian with 9. Owen Russian with 8. But so far, it's not enough for Goodhue. Fertile-Beltrami. Ball security is now paramount. You don't want to turn one over here with a minute 39 left and give Goodhue a chance to tie. Swenby across midcourt. Sorensen, double team. Goodhue bringing the pressure for maybe the first time tonight. Deflection, no, over and back. Another double team. Swenby was in a straitjacket, and then they're going to call a foul there on the reaching on Sean Matthews as he tried to steal it away from Nowatzki. 10 team fouls on Goodhue, so Nowatzki will shoot 2. Sean Matthews picks up his 3rd. 2 substitutions prepared to come in for Goodhue. Nowatzki, if he makes 1 of 2, will make it a 2-possession game. His first. Got the roll.
Back into the game for the Wildcats, number 25.
As back in Schaefer and Luce. Second free throw. As Nowatzki becomes just the 3rd Fertile-Beltrami scorer in this second half. He got them both. Prior to that, Swenby and Hansen had all of the Falcon points in half number 2. 5-point game. Russian to Luce. Luce up against Sorensen, working his way inside. Handoff, Luke Russian. Banged into his man Hansen, no good. Offensive rebound. Ball tipped around. No foul called. Hansen. And they're going to call a foul there on, I'm actually unsure what they called, jump ball, arrow with Fertile-Beltrami. Excuse me, I was just a little confused there because I thought for sure a foul was coming against Goodhue. But they called the jump ball and the tie up, and now some pressure here from the Wildcats. 2-2-1 full court press. Fertile-Beltrami break it. We're down under a minute. Goodhue, you might have to foul here, but they get it down low. Lay in, missed by Hansen. That could have been the dagger. Still a chance here for Goodhue. Loose. Over here to Ryan. Jed Ryan on the drive. Floater. He got fouled as he went up. Missed it short, but Jed Ryan will head to the line. Jed, one of just two seniors on this Goodhue squad. Nowatzki will pick up his second. 37 to go. Ryan needs to make both these to make it a one-possession game, and he starts off nicely making the first. I think if he misses this, you got to foul here if you're Goodhue. If he makes, that makes it less certain, but he missed it. Defensive rebound there for Fertile-Beltrami. Will Goodhue foul? Yes, they will as Swenby crosses midcourt. But ball now in the hands of Caden Swenby, the main man for this Fertile-Beltrami team. As Sean Matthews picks up his fourth personal. So Luke Russian, Schaefer, Luce, and Matthews all have 4 fouls. Swenby knocks down the first one. Schaefer back in, as well as Owen Russian. Swenby, what a massive second half he's had. 18 points, 11 rebounds, 15 of those points have come in the second half. To get it out to 6, he got it. Ice cold is the senior. 6-point game, 32 seconds left. Goodhue, they need a 3 on this possession. Into the corner, Luce will fire, missed it off the back iron, down with the rebound is Swenby, and now you got a foul, Goodhue. They tried to poke it away from Swenby, and picking up the foul will be Owen Russian and Gavin Swenby. If he knocks down even one of these free throws, you can pretty much say good night to Goodhue. Timeout called to try and ice Caden Swenby. But all that is required basically here, bar a miracle, is for Caden Swenby, excuse me. If I've called him Gavin, I don't know. I might have called him one time before tonight, but excuse me. Caden Swenby, if he makes one of these free throws, it is basically ball game, because then it is 3 possessions with 23 seconds left. But if he misses them both, Goodhue can get a quick 3, perhaps force a turnover out the inbounds, or even foul again and have him miss again. There's still a chance for Goodhue, but a lot of things have got to go right. And if Swenby even makes one of these 2, it is pretty much sayonara. And it'll be Fertile-Beltrami against West Central area at 2 p.m. tomorrow over at Williams. Been a couple of fun basketball games here today. This game had a kind of a strange start to it. Was low scoring. We have gotten ourselves a battle here down the stretch in downtown Minneapolis. And Swenby, who had 3 points in the first half, no field goals, has gotten 16 more in this second half. Now is a chance to ice it. Swenby. Yes. Nothing but the bottom. I got to say, what great work down the stretch under pressure, shooting those free throws, and he just missed the second one. Well, of course, a little commentator's curse, but it is a 3-possession game. Goodhue in need of a miracle. Long 3, Luke Russian. Oh, they're going to call the foul there. That is the one thing you cannot do, and it's Swenby. It's 3 free throws here coming for Luke Russian. As Caden Swenby will pick up his 3rd foul. But Luke Russian missed the first one. So now he's got to make one of the next two to make it a two-possession game. I guess it ends up being kind of a clever foul from Swenby in the end because Russian missed the first free throw. Sean Matthews and Jed Ryan come back in. With 13.8 to go, one more to shoot here for Luke Russian. Got it. So it's a 5-point game. Goodhue has to try and force a turnover here or foul as soon as possible. Marcus Young and Cody Ryan back in for Goodhue. We haven't seen them since a brief stint in the first half. As quick foul there on Swenby. And Caden Swenby will again head to the line with a chance to basically clinch it. Yeah, it should be a foul, and it will eventually be called. They're going to call intentional foul. So it's two shots here for Swenby and possession of the ball there for Fertile-Beltrami, and that you can basically say good night. As the foul on Sean Matthews, he picked up the personal and the tech. Matthews fouls out as Luce, Schaefer, and Luke Russian come back in, as well as Schaefer. So I think Coach Halverson wants to get his two seniors back out there for the final 12.9 seconds. I think he knows his goose is cooked. As first one good from Swenby. Reminder, as a result of the tech, Fertile-Beltrami gets possession back after these two free throws are done. So Swenby missed the second one, but it's still Falcon basketball with that two-possession lead and 12 seconds on the clock. Had Swenby made the second, it would have really iced this one. But still, maybe the faintest flicker if Goodhue can force a turnover, but they get it inside there to Sorensen and Derek Sorensen, who had 9 in the first half, yet to get on the board in this second half, will head back to the line.
Fouls on Goodhue's number 23, Michael Russian.
Michael Russian picks up the foul, his third. And Sorensen to make it a three-possession game once more, and does. So you can, it was put in pencil before. I think you can pretty much put it in pen now. Fertile-Beltrami, West Central area, 2 p.m. tomorrow at Williams. As Sorensen knocks them both down. Cherry and Nevis at noon, the other semi in this 1A bracket, as Goodhue in their final few seconds of the year, banging in a deep triple there as Luce, as he'll have a very bright future, no doubt. 16 in this one. As we're down to the final 3 seconds here, 5-point game. Fertile-Beltrami just have to have a successful inbounds pass, and they'll be headed to Williams tomorrow. One final timeout called by Coach Halverson for Goodhue here. As a round of applause from the Goodhue fans. I think they know, despite it being a 5-point deficit, there's only 3 seconds left, as somehow the clock got reset to 4 minutes and 30 seconds. I assure you, 4.3. They put 1.3 seconds back on the clock. I'm sure Fertile-Beltrami is like, well, why are you putting 1.3 back left? It's a 5-point game. Let's get this done with. But, of course, got to get the correct timing. As they go for the long pass, got to steal it. They don't. And getting fouled there was Swenby. Heart was in my mouth for a little bit there as Owen Russian tried to steal it away from Swenby, but ended up getting called for the foul. But still, had Russian stole that one away, he would have had to jack one up from about half court, knock it down with 1 second left, and then do it again. As Swenby got the roll. So just adding more points to the tally. Looking like he's going to fall just short of his season average of 24, but he'll take the dub and have 20 points in this second half as the senior Swenby will lead Fertile-Beltrami to a semifinal as the half-court great effort wouldn't fall. But Fertile-Beltrami, the number 3 seed,